Go ahead.
Hello, my name is Russell Swank, and I would like to talk to you a little bit about tennis this evening. I'm a United States tennis professional member. I've been playing the game for 35 years. I played in college and throughout my youth. According to Sapercom website, the history of tennis dates back several thousand years. It was started by European monks for entertainment purposes during religious ceremonies. The game initially was played by hand, like handball, eventually incorporated a leather glove, and eventually a handle like a modern racket here. This enabled the player to hit serves. According to Wikipedia, the game of tennis was popularized in France. The racket was made of strings of animal gut and later on out of cat's gut. The balls were a wad of hair, wool, or cork wrapped in string, and are very different from the modern tennis balls today that are yellow, orange, and made out of a rubber core and are not very lethal. The old balls would in fact actually cause injury or death if you were hit by one, and they were more like a baseball. Legend has it that King Louis of France was actually struck by a ball and actually died. Almost died, I should say. Even Shakespeare's plays are full of tennis references to tennis. Modern tennis that we know today was established by lawn tennis actually in England in the mid-1800s. The game was played on the same size court as we have today, but was played solely on grass. The game today is played on asphalt, rubber, cork, and dirt. So a variety of surfaces accommodates and favors a different type of players or styles. The game is begun by a racket toss, or should I say, a racket spin. My racket, for example, has an M or W. I would ask my opponent which one he would choose. For instance, this is M, and whoever wins the spin can elect to serve or receive. The game is begun by a person who serves twice. The return is either a forehand or a backhand by the opposing player. The server then can decide to either hit forehands or backhands, or decide to rush the net and hit a volley, which is a shot that does not hit the ground. The racket is made up of 8 different spots, and this will help you to decide where your hands should be for the proper shots. A forehand generally is used by just shaking hands with the racket. A volley grip is used by shifting the hand 1 bevel over, and a backhand 2 over. A Western forehand would be similar to a forehand, but moving the hand 1 to the right. A serve generally uses the continental grip, the middle grip. A volley and overhead can all use that shot. After serving, you can come to the net, as I explained earlier, and the way to win a point is to hit winners or to be steadier than your opponent and get more balls back into play. There is no clock in tennis. It is like baseball. The game could go on for several days if bad weather is incorporated. In fact, a match this year at Wimbledon lasted 3 days, and the person who won was completely exhausted and did not fare well the rest of the tournament. So they are talking about incorporating a tiebreaker in the other tournaments to put an end to this, as you would say, madness, or the fans actually get their money's worth. But 3 days of tennis, come on, that's a lot of balls to be hit. The scoring is won by the first person to reach 6 games or win by 2. The Washington Post states that 32 million players actually played the game in the United States in the 1970s, and today only 23 million play. So a 10 million drop in players, but it is appreciating a little bit. There's more membership. And a good thing about tennis is it is very, the drug testing is very stringent, and there is little steroid use in the game. The game can be played by any players, or players of any age, should I say, and it's great because different sexes can play, and women actually make the same amount of money as men. So go out there, learn the game of tennis, play, and have fun. Good
Very
evening.
good. Awesome. Any questions about tennis? Any questions about anything in the talk?
You guys showed
Yep,
my audience,
yep, we're
right?
good.
Okay.
I had no idea.
Okay, so when you guys, I was telling you that you need to hit it into the box, that's what these, actually these lines are only good if you're playing with 4 people.